Okay, we're back. It's just gonna be me for the rest of this stream. Colette literally just fell asleep. So she will have to wait another time if I watch the VOD to get to the finale. Anyway, I'm just moving a couple things out of my way, and let's go. The others from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands.
Hey streamer, cast hydrate.
Thank you for that, kitty. Here we go. Hey, dude. Did the old guy finally decide, dude?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But,
Yeah, thank you again, kitty. Now, go.
at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Huh. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
Mr. Engarde?
What an atrocious lawyer I have. Giving up his own client? Giving his own client up like this? And that refreshing, like a spring breeze? Crap. It's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and announce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You'd better get Engarde a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, I will die. But if I say he's innocent, Miss Andrews be charged as the murderer. If I say he's guilty, or not guilty. Another choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Hey Samurai, welcome in. You better make the right choice. I plan on it.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Engarde, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. Wanted, I'm a gifted attorney, but this one is down to you. Yeah, don't worry, because next week starts Trials and Tribulations. After all, my lawyer's gonna say what I want. Aren't you? Right. I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Engarde. Well, this is where the decision lies. If I say not guilty, Maya's never going to speak to me. If I say guilty, she dies. No, I really think he's guilty. He drove in too many relationships down into the gutter. I'm going with guilty on this one. Sorry, Maya.
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Engarde, your client deserves an answer.
It is at this point I can actually save it, and you get two different endings. I'm just not gonna save it, because I already did that in between the other parts. Maya. Headache eased? I'm glad it eased, but hopefully it doesn't come back. Sorry. That Engarde is... Ow! Just in time. Franziska von Karma.
What are you doing here? Oh!
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy old fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces? And do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. About bloody Tom Franziska, typical. I did this years ago. Yeah, you did. Phoenix Wright's wake-up call. A whip to the face. For sure. All of the items are inside this.
What a filthy old coat this is!
That's gumshoes. I can spy his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for his ugliness, but there is nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. Well, for what is inside that raggedy coat? I'm sure that inside the coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What? I never thought I'd be glad to see her. Yeah, that makes two of us. I think it makes everyone here, actually, come to think of it. Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. Franziska is amazing, except for when she was whipping us in the first few trials.
I suppose you were right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court.
I mean, she's still great.
Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there'll be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? I'm going to question more for details. Does the pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe that has something to do with this case, at least with me. Huh? That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it'll be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. That's probably not going to help us very much. Pistol out of their court record. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. Bet the killer took that from Engarde Mansion. Have you checked the contents from that tape? Of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Yeah. Why do I speculate that this tape is very important?
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. Somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelly De Killer is no ordinary man. Videotape out of the court record. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that the uniform for the Gatewater Hotel? Question for more details. Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on this uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it will provide us with an interesting clue. Bellboy's uniform out of the court record. That is all I have to present to your honor.
It's just as I thought.
And? What is that, your honor?
I'm sure we were under normal circumstances. I'm sure we were under normal circumstances. These items from Shelly De Killer's hideout will be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
It is. Who is the client?
Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Kara. You may step down now.
Wait, your honor. Please, allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But if you have to make that miracle... But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But... No matter how you think about it, it's... Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2? The first... Make Engarde wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Engarde himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but... It's asking me to do the impossible. Second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Engarde. If the killer were no longer to think of Engarde as his client, then he will let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible! He is a man who values his duties towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you can make either one happen, it will truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is... The judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The piece he just shown. He's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? Huh? The other side? Wait. Does she mean... You mean... to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, the judge. We've seen all the pieces of evidence. That's how we've come to know the truth. But there is one person who is yet to see them all. And that person does not know their truth. That truth may be what will bring about the miracle in the end.
There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then, you want to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
Oh, one chance?
Please show your evidence to the person you think is the right person.
That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try.
One try. That is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking Engarde down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time.
Because at this point, I probably could save if I wanted to get the two endings. I'm only going for the good ending, so this is all we're gonna do.
Who would you like to show this evidence to?
I'm actually gonna go with Shelly De Killer.
I see. And now?
Oh yeah, we're choosing wisely on this one.
Tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
I want to show this videotape. Because when we were at the session prior to, Engarde had admitted that he has been keeping a close eye, and this videotape is actually proof that he's trying to blackmail. The man Engarde is trying to blackmail Shelly De Killer to keep him at bay. Let's go with this.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
Absolutely choose wisely at this point. Yeah, we are. I think there is some merit. Choose now, choose wisely, choose Wendy's? Good logic. Hope for your sake it works, yeah. That's what I'm hoping. I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness.
Bailiff, please bring the transceiver from earlier.
Alright. Looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end of this trial?
Could have voiced Edward. Could have.
Well, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence?
Yes? One is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
I thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told from my client not to watch it. I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you are on this tape.
Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the scene of the crime. Your actions were being recorded.
What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted the camera?
Well, the only person who would have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so that they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
What did not uncovered from the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. Yeah, why else to kill her? There is only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to see Juan get his, wanted to blackmail you, and didn't trust your skills. Well, he obviously trusted the skills because he hired him. And yes, as much as he wanted to see Juan get his, he actually admitted to us he wanted to blackmail him and keep him at bay. So that's what we're going with. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all, assassins. Come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, and that's where the video comes in. At that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say about that, Shelly De Killer? I think he's pissed him off. Come on, it's obvious, my guy, it is.
It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them. The oil dripping out of the... I know. Like, why is that thing sweating oil? To protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness.
Yes?
You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
Well, I think Engarde just got his punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around.
Mr. Wright,
Yes?
my contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the?
What the? I'm not an item. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Okay, so I've got Maya out of their way. Oh, thank goodness.
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of... I don't quite know what just happened over there. Ah!
Miss Von Karma, we did that. She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Ha! Now he's sweating. Mr. Engarde. Looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You know what to do, Cole. You don't pick that church. You are wrong in all kinds. You're wrong in all kinds of it. Even that verdict. Give it to him. You want me to give him the not guilty verdict? Isn't that what you did in your playthrough? Mr. Engarde, you can no longer get out of this one. It's over. I don't know what choice I gave him. Yeah, didn't you say you gave him the not guilty? Because that's what the verdict... Yeah. You were finally received the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me! Don't make rotten jail. It deserves to die for his treachery. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is it all right with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there'll be no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. You know what? Yes. It doesn't matter what he does. He's still gonna die either way. Well, yeah, I think he'll go sooner rather than later. Congratulations, Mr. Engarde. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor, as always, the defense pleads not guilty.
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Engarde.
Hold it! Please, wait.
What's the matter?
If I get it not guilty, I'll be killed. Wait, I'm no! Guilty! You know, hey, you decided you wanted to be not guilty.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
We? I don't remember you helping out in this much. Thank you for his life, rightfully so. Enjoy your last statement, punk. You played the wrong hand and attempted to blackmail an assassin! Yeah, really though.
Mr. Edgeworth, how is Engarde?
I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now.
Very good.
And probably deserved too.
That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. Because she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you choose death, that is of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I truly saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convince Matt, I felt like I've finally been saved. Wow. This is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. Yeah, she's actually smiled for a change. She has a nice smile. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I've felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there's still a few things I'm confused about.
Yeah, it doesn't take much for the judge to be confused.
But everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that is good enough for me.
About time, too. The fact Matt tried framing her, he deserves it for making her suffer. Agreed.
That is all. This court is adjourned.